You good? You having a good time over there?
Hello and welcome to the Off Topic Podcast. I'm your host. You can guess
What
my
is
name by
happening?
the cover. You clicked on the podcast. You must know who I am, and I assume you know who my co-host, the insane
Hello and welcome to this wonderful show. How are you guys doing today? I don't know what she's doing. I'm sorry.
weirdo we call Stefano. Hello,
We call
welcome,
Steve.
Steve. Yes,
I have many. I
Steve.
have many names over the years.
Steve. Hey, tell me, what am I, nationality-wise?
You're Swedish?
So, not Swiss?
No, no, not Swiss. I almost said Swiss. I was about to just for the joke of it,
Are
but
you kidding me? Have you not learned from 5 minutes ago?
I
I
said
read
for
an
the
article
joke
and it
of it,
talks
I was
about
gonna say
Swiss.
Swiss.
Okay, okay. Well, you did not know you could
I
ever
did
look
know.
so
I
nice
just
after so much
said the wrong thing.
time. Do you remember those days hanging out at the village green? Okay.
I don't because I
Okay.
never did.
That's enough. Stop it. I am singing Billy Joel and you're going to let me. I think that's the third mention of Billy Joel in the podcast's history. Shout out to Billy Joel. Sponsor this podcast, if you will. Give me free tickets to see you live because you refuse to leave the United
Don't do it. She
States.
doesn't deserve it.
I do deserve it. I deserve it more
Yeah.
than anybody. I deserve to scream the lyrics to Vienna at his show.
In front of him
That's
on stage
absolutely not. I would rather die. I'm seeing Bruce
through a
Springsteen
mic.
this summer. What's your favorite concert you've ever been to? We haven't introduced the podcast. This is
Oh,
the off-topic podcast, by the way. If you didn't know, by
mm.
clicking play and hearing the two voices that you've already heard, I mean, you know what you're listening to. You're not an idiot. But I'm Elena, and I'm joined by Stefano and his weird noises that come from
I'm sorry.
somewhere around where he lives, seemingly.
It scared me. If you had seen my face, I was startled by that noise.
Oh, for God's sakes! What was that? Was that an
It's my
ice cream truck?
it's my
Room,
phone
room.
not being on vibrate.
Oh my good lord. So that's what wakes you up? Why don't you lower the volume? Why don't you turn the volume off when you sleep and then will the alarm not go off?
No, it'll
I've
just
been meaning
vibrate.
to belittle you about this.
It'll
It'll
just
just
vibrate.
vibrate. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stupid, stupid Android. I swear to God. I never have my phone on. I have a beloved iPhone, the only phone brand to have, and I don't have my sound on. And if I have an alarm on, it's still gonna make noise to the point that I
Mm.
have the same song. I have an alarm for every single thing that I do, every timer that I set, every alarm. If I need to do something in 30 minutes, I'll need an alarm for that because am I gonna remember? Fuck no. I'm
Yep.
not gonna remember that. I'm gonna leave the room and forget I ever thought it, and then I'm gonna think, oh, right, that's what I was going to do. So even if I don't have sound on, I'm gonna hear the alarm to the point that the song that I have is I Won't Dance by Sinatra. And it's gone to the point where all of my family, when they hear it, they start singing to it because they are so annoyed because it goes off maybe 5 times a day and they hear it every time. And sometimes I'm not in a situation where I can turn it off, aka I have flour on my hands or something. So it just keeps going and going and going and going, and it's going over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and they hate it. So they let me know by singing along to it.
That would be me.
They're, yeah, they're giving into the annoyance and just embracing it. They're saying, "Hey, if we can't stop it, we're gonna join it." It's like it's like in dreams. If you dream that you're in a dream, or you know that you're in a dream, so you embrace it and you know, I don't know, walk naked somewhere.
Hmm.
I don't know. That happened on American Dad.
Wow.
Okay. Elena
You take
tries
your
not to.
you take
Here's
your
a drinking
questions
game for all you
early.
listeners. Take a shot every time I make a reference to cartoons made by Seth MacFarlane. You will be drunk by the end of the episode. You will be
Actually,
Foster Brooks drunk.
it should be take a shot every time you cut me off.
I don't cut you off. That's never
Oh.
happened.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
don't know what
okay.
you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
Sure they'd
I
all
don't.
be drunk by the
I
time.
don't. I don't. Hey, you're cutting me off now. I don't.
Hmm?
Stop cutting me off. I'm trying to say something. I don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. What have you done today? How are you?
Should I answer
You've
your other
made a
question?
drink. No, no, I'm a terrible interviewer, and this is also not an interview. So
You
hey,
asked me
you,
what my
you
favorite
do.
concert was that I've been to, and then we
Oh,
never
I
went back
did.
to
I
it.
did. I did. Something happens to me when I get behind this microphone. I just want to babble more than anything. I don't know what it is. This happened when I was okay. I'm not going to tell that story. I'm going to let you talk. Yes, your favorite concert.
Um,
I'll try to shut up.
I've been to a variety of different concerts. So I've been to Lana Del Rey. I think was actually no Aretha Franklin back in like 2010 was my first concert I've ever been to.
Oh my god,
Um,
amazing.
it was when I was on my band trip with
Rest
my
in
high
peace.
school in Orlando, Florida, and she happened to be at
Oh, you
Universal.
Florida.
So I didn't
Oh
get
my
to
god.
we didn't get to stay for very long because it seemed like no one else was interested. But I was like, oh my god, holy crap, it's Aretha
Oh my
Franklin.
god. Other
um,
stupid people not interested.
yeah, I
God.
know, high schoolers.
I hate that. I
But I did
hate
get to
that.
see her for like a few moments at least. So I would dub that the first concert I've ever been to. Um,
Mhm.
I've seen Lana Del Rey. I've seen
Oh, yes.
Pentatonics. For
Elizabeth.
whoever doesn't know who Pentatonics is, they do like a lot of covers to other
Pentatonics.
musics, but they do a lot of like
Okay, cool,
Christmas
cool.
like covers and like they like redo
Oh,
certain songs and do that.
them.
They're really good. I
Oh,
love them.
I know them.
Um,
I know them, yes.
I was supposed to go to a Pink concert, but
Well,
didn't.
what's the best one?
I'm trying. I'm like naming them because I'm forgetting
Oh.
if I'm
Oh,
missing
I
anything.
see. I
Yes. So
see.
there was Avril Lavigne. That was a really good one. Panic was a really good one.
Oh. At the
I'm trying
disco.
to. Andrea Bocelli, obviously, there was that one. That was the most recent concert I've been to. And then T Pain is coming up in June.
But what
Um,
is your favorite concert? And
it's
yes,
hard
I'm
because they
only
were
asking so that you'll ask me or so that I'll be able to talk again. Go on.
yes. It's like hard because they were all good in their own various ways.
Oh,
Um, like
that's not my
Pentatonics was
question
great,
though.
but I know I'm trying to
This is
decide
a
which one I
very
like the
simple
most.
question.
It's I would have
When
to
you had the
say it's a
best
tie.
experience at.
It's a tie between Avril Lavigne and Panic at the Disco because they were both really good.
Pick one. One of them.
My
There's a
brain is
gun to
saying
your head.
Panic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You
So
panic, then shows panic.
he was both of them were really good live. But Panic
Mm.
obviously had I guess more money on their to spend in their concert because the light show was
Uh-huh.
incredible. Blinded me a few times,
Nice.
but like
Sure.
the
That
all the
happens.
vocalists were
You
really
you
good.
also become deaf.
True, yeah,
So,
it's not wrong.
yeah, that's true.
Uh,
Now it's your turn to ask me my favorite concert.
wow, couldn't even let me. You just butted right in. Wow,
Oh,
see,
you were
chair,
done? I'm
take a drink,
sorry.
everyone.
I thought you were done.
But
Excuse me.
yes. So,
No.
what is your least
No,
favorite
continue.
concert?
I interrupted you, and that was very rude of me, and I
What
apologize.
what is your least favorite concert you've ever been to?
Oh, snap. A twist.
Changing it
My
up.
least favorite. My least favorite. I mean, okay, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say there was this band back in Sweden. They competed at Melodifestivalen, aka the song contest to choose Eurovision. By the way, we're watching Eurovision this year, so get
Yes,
ready for a
he's forcing me.
Eurovision centered episode. He's gonna see the madness for the very first time, and
Woo.
what a year to see the madman! Two Norwegian twins jumping around for us. But anyway, one of the it was 2011, and there was a boy band because I've always loved boy bands ever since I was little. I have loved boy bands, and one of them was in 2011, and they had one song that was in the song contest. They were called Youngblood, and the song was called Youngblood. I still remember the lyrics. It's not that the concert was bad; it was just that it was a kind of a one-hit wonder. At a very weird place, and it wasn't really. They're not bad as so to speak, but I that was probably the worst one that I've been to. Where there was a Nickelodeon Day concert I went to at one point,
Oh,
which doesn't feel very good nowadays to say, but at the same time, this was Sweden, so it wasn't really the same thing. Um, but yeah, that's probably the worst. What's the worst you've been to?
Oh, I don't know. They were all really good.
Then we're moving on.
I if I had to say, well, I mean, technically, I went to a concert to see Pink, but I didn't stay because of the weather. So I would say that was
Um,
the worst because I like I won tickets on the radio, so it was free, like free tickets at least. Got there, it was insanely hot. Like let me
ow.
F to C.
Yes, translating
Um,
from fake,
so
made up
yes,
degrees to real ones.
that day there were no clouds. It was at the beach,
Mm,
so it was no
mm,
clouds, no wind. So it's
mm.
blistering hot. It was 38 degrees Celsius that day. Um,
Jesus fucking Christ.
right. So
Oh,
and the
many
concert
years.
was apparently at night, but they opened the doors for it like way earlier in the day because they were
Uh-huh.
expecting a big crowd. But like
Mhm.
we couldn't. It was so hot, so we just ended up leaving, going to get food and whatnot. And when we got back to the hotel later that night, when it was about to start, I
Uh-huh.
turned on the TV and on the news they were talking about how like multiple people were going to the hospital for heat exhaustion, for
Good God.
being dehydrated, for fainting.
Oh
And I was like,
my
yeah,
God.
glad I didn't stay because
Yeah, I'll say.
that was yeah.
Jeez.
I would have to say,
That is
even though I
awful. That
technically
kind of heat is awful.
right, like so technically it didn't even stay for the concert itself, but
Right.
yeah.
External
Oh,
factors,
I
environment factors
yeah,
made it the worst concert.
I forgot also for the Panic concert for being my favorite. I totally forgot that my other favorite artist was there as well. So it was Marina and the Diamonds, and then Panic as the main headliner. So that's why we had gone because it was like two of my favorite artists from when I was in high school performing together at the same time. So
I mean, I understand that completely. I still you have adoration left for the bands that you loved in high school and at a certain age. I remember real I don't know if it's okay to tell the people that you are from you're in Maryland. That's what I'll say. And that is also where All Time Low is from, and that was a band that I really loved at a point. And
they're performing in my area in the summer.
go. You should go.
I have no one to go with. I don't want to go by myself.
That's true. I'd go, but I'm saving all that I
Afraid of
can so that
planes.
I can see Saturday Night Live 50. If there's going to be an SNL 50 celebration, I need to see that. If there's even going
Wait,
to be.
you're afraid of planes though.
Yes, but I will go if it means that I'll have a chance to see Steve Martin or Martin Short or Jerry Seinfeld or Conan O'Brien or Bill Hader, Fred Armisen, John Mulaney, Maya Rudolph, Adam Sandler, David Spade, Chris Rock. I'll go for them. And if I die, I die. Whenever I get on a plane, I'm gonna get just blackout drunk. I'm gonna listen to the podcast and I'm gonna take a shot every time I say make a reference to something only I find funny, and I will be drunk by the time that I land. No, I'll be drunk by the time I leave the country, and then I'll fly and I'll just pass out, and I won't have to think about it. That's what I'll do if I ever come visit you in that
That's exciting.
weird country of yours.
Yes. It's very different around here from state to state. So, yeah,
And that is
good luck.
so ridiculous. How can it be different? You are one country. You're supposed to be the United States. It's supposed to be united. It's supposed to be one country. It is one fucking country. So how can it be different state to state? I don't get it. It makes
Because
no sense.
you have different people who want different things in different states. So,
That doesn't matter. It's the same country.
it's because people have different outlooks on things from state to state. Um,
It's not an explanation. And I'm taking it out on you. I'm taking it out on you because it is your fault because I need to blame someone for everything. If I stub my toe, I will blame you, or I'll blame OJ.
Wow.
Rest,
Wow, wow, wow.
rest
Rest in hell.
in. I like what someone said. I saw a video. Someone said, "Rest in piss." I prefer that.
Yeah, cool. That works.
Do you sleep with the television on?
I do not. You've asked
Do
me
you know
this
people who
before.
do? Well, I'm sure I have,
You.
but not when recorded. Does anybody out there let me know? Message us if you sleep with the television on, because that is something that I do. I cannot go to sleep without the television on. I watch Bob's Burgers, which is probably why I reference it so much. Maybe, maybe not. Could be, could be. But I do. I don't know. I know it's bad and I know it's weird, but I do it and I'm not gonna stop. So that's it.
That's good to know.
No, it's not.
It is good. Yes, yes,
No,
very much.
it's not.
Yes.
It's not. It's not. It's not good at all. Because I don't know what
Okay.
you're gonna do with that. What are you gonna go do with the knowledge that I sleep with the television on?
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
But I'll be with the television on. Your eyes are saying, "Talk to me."
When I
Well,
come
now
visit, I'm just gonna steal your
it's
TV,
my
and then you won't be able
time.
to use it.
You're gonna steal my fat ass TV. Okay, good luck with
Yeah, I
that.
will. You're
Okay,
gonna hear
sure,
me
sure.
like thrashing through your room in the middle of the night. You're gonna be like, "What's that?"
And I won't. You won't even get the TV out because the
I
layout of
just
my
chuck it
room,
out the
I have
window.
things everywhere. By that I mean I have a very, very cramped space. Basically, I'm the only one who fits in here. So I'm gonna notice, and there's no way you can steal my TV. You're not Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. I don't even think Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible would be able to save my TV. Also, if I'm cutting in and out from my microphone, it is because I don't know, I can't sit still. So every time I talk, I move my head, and I can't
It
seem to
doesn't sound
stop.
like you're cutting out.
Well, well, if it does, I'm noticing that I'm doing it and I can't seem to stop. Is that a pet peeve of yours
What?
when audio cuts in and out?
Nah, I mean it happens. It's technological problems. You
Yeah.
can't help it usually. It's
What
just
is
a
your pet
thing.
peeve?
I think it
The big
depends. The one that strikes off the top of my head is people who open kitchen cabinets and then leave the room. Um, that one
I do that.
frustrates me so much. Uh,
I do that.
like,
Yeah.
because then I'll walk in and I'll be like, why the hell are all these doors open? You couldn't close the door?
I tried to close them, but they wouldn't close properly, and then I didn't see it because I was
Okay.
walking
All
away. Because
right.
I close things as I'm walking. I'm walking, and then I walk past something that's open, and then I close it, and then I don't do it, you know, hard enough, so it just and then I'm doing it as I'm walking. So I'm it says and then I keep walking, and then it's still and then I keep walking away, so I don't see it until I did walk into the kitchen once, and I saw that the four different cabinets were wide open. So I hadn't even tried to close them; they were just open. I don't know why I do that. I guess you could say it really grinds your gears.
Yes, you would grind my gears very much so. My roommate in college used to do it all the time. So I think
The
it's
roommate.
partially where I learned it was college.
Yeah, I'm probably yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably why, because you
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you learned of Flula Borges since last week's episode?
No.
He's hilarious. What else is your pet peeves? Are your pet peeves?
Um,
Sorry, grammatical errors are my pet peeve. Is my pet
mental
peeve.
errors. That's interesting.
Grammatical. Well, I mean, mental works too. It's not too far off.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. I thought you said mental pet peeves.
No, I said grammatical.
Oh yes,
Grammatical
you
errors.
like English being absolutely perfect with no
Yes.
slang thrown
I
in,
hate slang. I hate slang with everything
whereas
in me.
America is like built on slang.
It drives me fucking crazy because
You would
why
lose your
can
mind in
you not
America then.
you grow up speaking this language, right? Usually most
Yes.
people in the US is, this is not that there's anything wrong with that. They're monolingual, they speak one language and that's fine. But why can't you even speak your own goddamn language? Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows, it's fine. It happens. Grammatical errors here and
Well,
there. Not
it's
everyone is
because like you
perfect, but it's seeing someone who says you is or crap like that. It drives me insane because it's incorrect. Learn to speak your own language. And it's the same in
but like
Swedish.
the what the you is and all that, people are like kids are sometimes
Oh,
taught that like as kids
oh my
from their
God.
parents or like family or friends, like
That's child
they
abuse.
it's because of where they live at. So like Appalachia is like, hillbilly hicktown, as a lot of people like to call it.
Mm.
uh, and the slang there is like very
Joe
much
Dirt.
like kind of like country slang. Like, the middle of the country, you've got like that thick country accent. I don't know how else to describe it. The South has
Mm,
like the more southern. The North has their very, I guess you could call it prim and proper North, perfect English in some
mm.
cases. But then if you go further north to like Maine and Boston, you've got the Cockies
Boston.
type of accent. I
Yes.
can't do that well, but that's about, yeah, that's kind of where that
Are
goes.
you a co-op?
Uh,
I'm not a
you got
co-op.
California and like how they
I'm a
talk.
valley girl.
New York,
I'm not
yeah, how you're
fine.
talking right now.
Hey, I'm walking
Uh,
here.
so I mean,
But see,
it's different
that's
everywhere you go.
accents. That's accents. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't like accents either. Truth be told, I kind of
Wow,
hate accents. And
that's
where I
I
live,
love accents.
the part in Sweden where I live has this very specific accent, and I hate it with every fiber of my being. Whenever I hear it, it makes me, I think I turn into a ball of fire because I despise it. It's just horrible, and I don't like accents in general. I don't know why, but I don't. I like some accents. Don't get me wrong. Some accents are fun or delightful to listen to. And if we're talking about accents when you speak another language, that doesn't count. I have an accent because I'm speaking another language. That happens all the time. That's nothing weird. But I don't like. I don't like accents in general. But accents is different from being, the slang words. That's not what I'm talking about. You can have an accent and still speak proper English, as in when to say are and when to say we are and you are e apostrophe re. There's a difference, and it's not that fucking hard. If an 11-year-old Swedish girl could learn it, you can learn it who's been speaking it your entire life. And if you have dyslexia, well, okay. But God, it's such a big pet peeve of mine when I see people, and it's like I said, it's the same in Swedish. We shorten words. A lot of people will shorten them to, if they want to say, um, is, which is är, they'll just say either write an e or an a with the dots, so ä. And my God, it's hideous. It looks gross. And then they'll say, they can't just people can't just write out the word eller, which means or. So they write ELR or LR. What? Why? Why? I know why, but it is so difficult to write out a 5-letter word. ELLER. No, it's not that difficult. And I've
But
seen
it
it
is.
happen. I see it happen in English as well. It's the U instead of YOU, it's just you. Stop it. Stop it. Did I scare you off?
Nope, I'm here.
No, you can't get quiet on a podcast. This is a podcast. It's an
Uh,
audio format.
well,
You need to
I was
be
giving you your
interesting.
moment. I was giving you your moment to shine.
My moment to shine. You mean my moment to rant about how much I hate people who don't know their own language? That stuff? What?
Um,
Speaking of people on the internet, we were not speaking to people on the internet, but it made me think. I'm gonna let you talk, by the way. What
oh,
other pet peeves do you have?
um, mm, It's a good question. Honestly, I don't really know off the top of my head. I think back to that same situation with my roommate, though.
Mm,
I guess like not being very clean annoys
oh,
me. I don't know if it's a pet peeve or just an annoyance. but
Yeah.
like I like things organized, and if I
Me
walk
too.
into a room
Mhm.
that is purposely disorganized and I try to organize it and then people get mad at me, that annoys me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not making your I know there's like some people find it annoying because they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know where my stuff went." And I agree. I also feel that. But like when it's just like a room,
Oh.
when it's just like a room where you know things where things are going to like you're still going to see it. It's just going to be somewhere
Mhm.
else in the room. Like it's not like I'm putting it away in a closet or something. It's you
See,
your eyes
there
will
I
be able to
have to disagree with you.
see
I
that.
think if it's in a common room and you live with other people and you're just moving something for it to look nice, you're just, picking up, pillows that are all over the couch or I don't know, a blanket from the floor, whatever. If you're doing that just to make it look nice, that's fine. But when you take other people's stuff and place them elsewhere so that you can't find them where I left them, that drives me insane because it happens in my household. That's all I'll say. It is so infuriating because no, I mean, yeah, I see it from your perspective, and I get it. You're just tidying up, and it's all in the same room, but I don't know where in the room it is. I do not know. I don't see it. It's not where I left it. Where the fuck is it? Don't touch my stuff. But
Well, I mean, like I get what you're talking about. It's just like I've just had like experiences where like I'll tell someone like, "Hey, you haven't cleaned this in like a week when you said
mm,
you would, so I'm gonna go and clean it." And then they're like, "No, no,
oh,
no,
that's
like
fair.
don't." I'm
Oh,
like,
that's fair.
I
The
was like,
fuck?
"No, I will. You can't get mad at me because I'm getting quite annoyed that this
Yeah,
place looks like a disaster."
quite
And
annoyed. Quite annoyed.
like
Yes.
I'm going to clean it. Like sure, I won't touch any of your stuff. I won't move it, but anything that's dirty or if it's starting to mold, which I'm starting to see, that's
Mm.
getting thrown out. And
Oh,
you have
oh,
no say over that. So
I
that's the sort of stuff that we used to piss me off. I'm just like
that I agree with.
I'm not doing this anymore. Like it's going to get cleaned. Like I'm not waiting any longer. It's been a week. It's been 8 days. You have had
Mm.
8 days to seemingly forget, and then here I am being like, well, now you think I'm a dick because I'm like acting like a parent and being like, I'm gonna clean. So,
Right.
um, and stuff like that, or like like back to the roommate situation where he left all the cabinets open. He also like if you're gonna I'm late to work every so often, but not by a few minutes. It's not
No,
much.
you're not.
But like if you're going
You're
to tell someone
not.
you're going to be somewhere and then you're not, that's annoying. Um
Mm.
or like without saying anything. Whereas like my uh my roommate had told me he went out to go play with a game with some friends.
Mm.
And he's like, "I'll be right back, though. It won't be very long." So I have a pot on the stove. Of I don't think he told me at the time what it was. He just said, "I have a pot on the stove. It's boiling. Just so you know, I'll be right back." He came back two
Mm.
hours later, and that I came into the kitchen before he did. 2 hours later, to a pot of boiling sauce exploded all over the kitchen. The lid was off. There was, and we had high ceilings. We had like
Oh, no.
8 foot, 9 foot ceilings. So like they were
Uh-huh.
tall.
Mm.
Sauce was on the ceiling. What
Oh my
happened?
god.
Into like I didn't even hear
Oh my
anything. Also,
god.
like I was in my room, door was closed,
That is
but
disgusting.
like there was just sauce everywhere. The fridge was
Sauce.
open, I
Was it
think.
sauce
The
everywhere?
yes, yes, sauce.
Sauce. Don't touch the
um
sauce. The sauce exploded. I don't know what that accent. Go on.
no, no, but like it's just like I like just had I was just like you told me you'd be back like soon. It's been two
Mm.
hours. Where were
Oh my
you? And he's
god.
like, you I got caught up. And I was like, you got caught
Oh,
up with
that's so annoying.
sauce on the stove. You could
What
have came
sauce
back.
on the
He's like, but I
stove?
couldn't leave. Like if I left, I would have like the game would have ended. I'm like,
Oh my
then don't
god.
boil something and then
Yes.
leave and
What did
never
he
come
think was
back.
gonna happen?
Like,
What was his thought process? Like, yes, this is a good idea. I'll just come back to this and it will be fine.
I
Nothing
guess he
will
thought
happen when I
maybe I
leave.
was I don't know. I thought maybe he thought I was gonna walk out at some point and see it,
Oh.
but no,
Mm.
that did not happen.
God. Excuse me. That was not me yawning. That was me letting out energy from the universe as a favor to all of you on Earth.
Do you have any pet peeves that really, really irk you?
No, I nothing bothers me. I'm cool and
Nothing at
breezy.
all. I bother
Yes, I
you.
am
I'm the true
the
pet peeve.
definition of zen. No, you don't.
Yeah, I
You
do.
don't bother me at all. No, you
Uh-huh.
calm me down. I think everything you say just makes me
The way you're
mellow.
saying this proves further that I annoy you.
No. No. Nothing bothers me. I'm not the kind of person to be annoyed by stuff. That's not my style. As Billy Joel said, that's not her style, and the her being me. I don't have any pet peeves. All that I said before, that was just a lie. Yes, it's a character that I'm workshopping. Someone who is angry all the time. And it's just a part that I'm playing for a upcoming play by Arthur Miller that I'm gonna star in. Yes, my character's name is Josefina, and she's bothered by everything in this world. I'm not like that. I am, I am chill. I'm the definition of chill. I am so calm and so breathe. Just I breathe through life with no worries. Hakuna Matata.
This is like the moment I feel like people get to this point and then they just crack and then they do something crazy.
It's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, you're gonna crack and then you're gonna murder me the way you say you always do.
I'm not
The
gonna
the
murder
way you always
you.
want to.
I'm not gonna murder you. Do I, have I ever shot a man in Reno just to watch him die? Yes, I have. Which is weird because I've never been to Reno.
In your dreams.
Hmm. In dreams,
What's
you're
happening?
mine. Da, da,
You're,
da,
you're turning
in
into what
dreams,
you sent me
da,
yesterday with a screaming voice. Yes, everyone. She sent me a screaming video yesterday after we hung up on the phone.
I was smiling with my eyes very wide, and then I said,
Smiling with my eyes. I didn't think you'd actually do that on the podcast. I think you just scared away everyone. And this is where we lose every follower. To all of her friends listening,
Imagine my head is turning all the way around multiple times as I smile, and then I go, how long can we hold the silence? I think Stefano has left the building. Okay. Goodbye,
I
sir.
was trying to hold it.
You can't hold the silence on a podcast. This is a podcast. This is an audio
You asked, you
format,
told me to hold
see?
the silence, so I was
See, it's an
holding the silence.
autumn format. It's an autumn format. No, it's an audio format. Yes, 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 yes. 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 Okay, this is where we end this because I don't know what I don't know what's
I don't know
happening
what
anymore.
you're doing. You went on such a tangent and then you
I
started
never
laughing.
know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. Well, with that, we hope we've confused you enough to come back next week for a new episode where we will not give any explanation for what is going on in my head because I don't. I really don't know. Make sure, in the meantime, to follow us on Spotify and YouTube and Instagram, which is Off Topic Pod with 2 Ds. And that's about it. Thank you very much for listening, and ciao.